Welcome to the video knowledge base on Resell Payments. In this video, we'll discuss how to take invoices that are customer invoices for resale orders and apply a payment to them. As you can see here, I have a customer invoice for ABC Distributing to pay us $610. So if you do receive a check, you can go to Payments, and up here at the top you'll see a big green plus for commission payments. That doesn't apply in this case, but the one next to it is for resale payments. If you click that with a little R and you choose your customer that gave you the payment, then you can type in your check number in the payment editor and the amount of the check. You can see over here that there's no amounts applied yet, and the difference is $605 because you haven't applied this to any invoices. If you needed to search for other invoices, you could adjust your date received and click Show Open Invoices, or you can apply it to a specific invoice with this field here. Once you have the invoice on the listing, you can click the checkbox right here, and what that does is it takes the full amount that was due and puts it in the paid column. In this case, we only received $605, and the invoice was for $610, so it's showing a difference of $5. So you could allow it to go ahead and close the invoice and close the order, or if you needed to go after the additional $5, you could type in just the $605, which now says it's correct, and you'll notice that the close invoice, close in order box has changed because it's now no longer meeting the criteria. You can adjust that criteria for what percentage or amount as close as possible to the payment if you don't need it exact, but if you need it exact, it will take that into account. So in this case, we paid $605 or applied $605 to this invoice, leaving $5 left. Let's say the opposite occurred and they paid too much, and we'll go ahead and uncheck that and recheck it just to bring in the full amount. You'll see a difference of $5. Well, in this case, you might want to just pay it forward. So if you go ahead and save and close the payment, on future payments, you'll see it in here as an amount forward to be applied to that future invoice. In this case, you could say that it was for an additional restock fee that occurred after you invoiced them. And you can put that in there. And now the adjustment shows $5. The difference is now 0, and it all aligns. You could put the account, the PO number or invoice number for reference to tie this description to. And for this purpose, I'm going to go ahead and set it back to 610. Remove the adjustment. And so now it's showing just a fully paid invoice. I can save it. Click back to today and pull that up. Notice that the manufacturer has an asterisk. That is because it's a resale invoice and there is no true manufacturer. The invoice came from you as opposed to from a manufacturer. So you can see that it's still here. Let's say you had a check for a lot of invoices and you were taking a long time to enter these. So you can save and close between your edits. And eventually, when you have it fully, all the invoices checked that you need to, and you're ready to apply this payment, you click Post Payment. It'll ask you if you're certain that you want to update your accounting records and close the payment for further changes. It will then confirm that again. At this point, it's not editable. Also, all these values that you applied to the invoice are now available for reports, and on the invoice itself, it'll show the payment. Before you click Post Payment, the payment will be listed on the invoice, but the received amount will not be updated until that is applied. Same for reports. It won't show as applied until you are done editing it, simply because payments can cover many invoices and you may need time to make sure it all reconciles before you're ready. Once you click Post Payment, you can save and close and you're done. You see here that it's now posted. You can reopen it if you need to review it. And if for some reason you do need to edit anything, you can click File, Unpost. It'll ask, are you sure that you want to? Click Yes. And now it is editable again for you to repost. I'm going to cancel in this case. So this was a video on how to do resell payments on resell invoices from resell orders. There are other video knowledge-based videos available for other areas of Oasis. Please check out the library on our website.